unsung heroes that were never publicized and weren't deemed newsworthy material. For every story that has ever been written about this person or that person in the hopes of a Pulitzer Prize or a sensational story, I will not commercialize your repression. For every Feed the Starving Children campaign, every canned food drive, for every food shelf, thanks for briefly stirring up the waters and wetting the conscious mind, even if you are a perpetuator of poverty. For the welfare system, there's a four-letter word out there that comes to mind, but for the sake of another piece, I'll leave you alone. For the invisible children living on the corner of my block, and your block, and your block, and yours. Also, for the hundreds of African Americans who silently endured Jenner High School. For the thousands of Negroes that were lynched for speaking up, missing a spot, looking at the wrong person in the wrong way, and so on, and so on. For all those beaten to death way before Rodney King was brutalized, and all those whom the Emancipation Proclamation had no bearing on. For the millions of Africans who were not as fortunate as Frederick Douglass, and all those who died fighting along Ernesto Che Guevara's side. For the brothers who followed Malcolm X in his exit from the Nation of Islam, and all those who died hoping for Nelson Mandela and the dismantling of the apartheid. For every rape victim in the history of mankind, and for every hand, fist, sledgehammer, foot, tooth, and nail that attributed to the destruction of the Berlin Wall. For all the mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, uncles, aunts, cousins, and friends. For Claudette Colvin, whose teenage pregnancy rendered her morally inappropriate to be the first Rosa Parks. The victims of the rape of Nanking, for Vernon Johns, and for all those who were different during the Inquisition, for the indigenous peoples on this side of the hemisphere, for the 110,000 Japanese U.S. citizens, men, women, and children who were relocated to war reconciliation camps during World War II, for the over 40,000 Hmong men who were recruited by the Central Intelligence Agency to die fighting in the secret war, or most popularly known, the Vietnam War. For all those who were killed by Laurent Nkunda and Colonel Sammy Matumo in the Congo so that the world's richest people could have cell phones and laptops and anything else that tin ore can build. For every person that has ever died in a factory fire, an explosion, or mishap, who never earned in a day what I earned in less than an hour. On that note, for all those who put together my Nikes, combined with my consumerist mindset, hip-hop's influence, and billions spent on advertisement, we've made it possible for athletes to get $90 million contracts, probably more than Nike has ever paid all of its factory workers combined. For every kidnapped child that never made it on CNN, the Fox News Channel, fill-in-the-blank Times, the Tribune or Sun, or how about this, the Amber Alert, for the 925 million people all over the world that go hungry every single day. I will never commercialize your oppression. Thank you.